We're studying IGCSE ICT and we're starting web authoring 2. And in the last class, we looked at, what did we look at? Just a second. We looked at how to make a website, how to open an HTML file, how to save an HTML file, all of that. So we did HTML. What is HTML? We did a header. We did body. In the body, we did heading. Heading and header are different things. Then we did title in the header.
Okay, what is header and what is heading?
Heading is in the body, right? It's the font size. So this is the bigger one. You have two things. You have paragraph and you have heading. Heading has /h. Heading has the h tag. Okay. On the other hand, the title has header has just a second, I'll show it to you. Right here. Look at the example right here. Right here. Can you see this? See how we used h1, h2, h3 while we did head over here, the header. Manvi, can you see it? No, you cannot. Now can you see it?
Oh no, I cannot.
Now.
Yep.
Look, this is your header, and in the header we have the title.
Yeah.
Title of the website. Okay. What you see in the browser.
Okay, the tab. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then the body is we use these font sizes or headings, which have a few sizes: h1, h2, h3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Yeah.
And the list starts with li. That's what we did in the last class.
Okay, but what if we don't write HTML in the starting?
Then it will not work. You need to write. You need to open your HTML. You have to let the computer know that you're working on an HTML file. Okay.
Yeah. So we use it to start coding.
Yes, we should use it to start coding, or we tell the computer, listen up, now we're making a website. You better be ready. Yeah, that's what we say.
And for the computer to recognize the file.
Yes, because otherwise the computer will get confused. It'll be like, what is this, right? Why do we have HTML in a text editor? So we have to tell him we're making a website, so it's totally normal. Next thing is we did paragraph, we did list. Let's not take a lot of time on this. Let's move on. Now today, what are we doing? This was the last class. Now today's agenda is that we have to do table. Before we do table, we have to do, just a second, I'll tell you. Subscript, superscript, then we have table. In the table, we have table, border, table data.
In a comment, you put exclamation mark, dash, dash, type your comment, then dash, dash again, right?
Yes, twice. Dash, dash comes twice. Yeah, dash comes twice. Now we'll look at table data. Anything else we're looking at? No. Okay, now let's look at the book. Can you see the book on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right, we have the head and the body. We have done that. Right, title is done. All of that is done. We look at, we have two things left, style and script. Okay, let's start with script. The other ones, meta, link, we're not really doing all of them, but we do have script. Script, let's start from, we have done this, we have done, okay, yeah. Start reading from here, Manvi.
Okay, superscript and subscript. Move the cursor into the text editor window and make the following changes to the markup. Replace Graham Brown with your name. Place the tags bracket sub bracket close and bracket slash sub bracket close around the number 3.
Let's do this.
Place it.
Yeah, stop. Yeah. Open your notepad. Now look at mine first. How do we start here? We start with HTML. Okay,
have a
and we will
Doc
ask me.
type. We start with doc type, right?
You can do that. Now that's something. Yeah, that's a good habit, but it will still work if you don't try the doc type. But you
Okay.
should.
So what is
So I
the function of doc type?
find
Yes, Anas.
I can find the run button in this thing.
In this thing, I see. Give me a second. I'll send it to you. Yes, Manvi. Question.
What is the function of doc type?
Doc type tells us what kind of document is this. So to let the
Okay.
computer know. That's how, what type of document is this, and HTML, where is it starting, is HTML. Right? HTML tells us where is the code starting. Doc type tells us what kind of document is this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just a second. Online. Run. Now, Ayan, look at Anas. Look at the code in the chat. The link in the chat. Okay. Now HTML is done. We did the head. We'll give it a title. Perhaps the title is let's
So are we
say.
supposed to go on that page?
No, you're not supposed. Not you. Right? I don't think so. Anas his notepad isn't working, so we can do it on the website. Okay, a notepad simulator on the website. Now head is done, title is done. The next thing we have is body. In the body, we're going to write every tag you open must be closed. Every tag you open must be closed. Now in the body, we'll say perhaps we'll say we'll start with an H1 heading, and we'll say hello people. Yeah. And after that, let's say
Yeah.
instead of saying hello people, or let's say hello people, you can say that. And then we can also say this is x square. Now, how do I write x square in on a website? If I want to write x square like maths, how do I do that? How do I do that? I use
Shift 6.
right? Sub 6
You
to do
use
this.
that. Yeah.
Sub.
Oh, okay.
It's not that WhatsApp thing, right? You guys use a lot. Right, not that one, but it's superscript. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And the next thing is H1 close the tag. H1 done.
So superscript is used to show indices, right?
Indices. Yep. The next thing is subscript. Now we'll say this is X, let's say, or let's say K. Let's write some chemistry here, perhaps. Now we can say K2 SO4. Yeah, how do I write 4? Sub 4.
Wait, we don't need to use like multiple H1 tags. We could just use a line breaker.
Yeah, we could have done that. Yeah, but now I'm not using H1 here. I wanted to do paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Now, guys, write this in your notebook or in your website. What I need especially is your website to work, obviously. One. Second thing is I need a superscript and a subscript. Everything else is up to
Okay,
you.
so if you don't write head and you write title, will it still label the web page? I mean,
No. Right? No.
and if you don't write title and you directly write head,
Then if you write head, you don't write title, it will be empty. There will be nothing there.
okay, wait, if you write head and instead of writing the title tag and you write cat world without the
Cat site?
title tag.
Yeah. Then it won't display anything still. It won't be the title. Okay, you can
Okay.
try this out. You can try this out. But not right now. Right now we're looking at subscript and superscript. I'm going to show this on the screen now.
Alright, it's working.
So guys, are you ready to show me around? Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
You can hear me. That's good. I will save this guy
Yeah.
as all files and .html. That is done. Saved. Let's open the file.
Wait, could you go back to the code for a second?
Yes, I'll do that. Yes.
Can I see your notepad once? Yeah.
Right, done.
Yeah.
All right, Anna, share your screen.
It's disabled.
Disabled. Now try again. Now there's a lot more important stuff here we need to finish. Just a second. It's opening. And yeah, show me the result. Yep, I can see it. This is K6. Yep, any questions on us? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so B6 goes up. If you wanted to go down, you use sub. If you want to go up, then you use sub. That's it. Subscript. Superscript. Now let's go back to everything there. Just a second. Okay. Ayan, Manvi, I'm waiting for you.
I'm just finishing it up.
1 second. I'm done with it, but I'm trying to learn it.
Right. Now, guys, I don't want the website which is too cool, right? I want something to be not better than mine. Just make sure that that's the case, right? To make something better than my website, yeah, try to make it simple and as quick as possible. Now, the next thing we'll do after this, when you're done, is our tables.
Wait, that's all?
Yeah, table, then we'll start CSS. We look at colors as well, yeah, in tables.
Wait, does CSS include like all the styling, like colors, background, text, font?
Yes.
I mean, font.
Yeah. Yes. So style is where all of that comes in.
Okay, my thing works.
Wait, show it to me.
Yep.
Yep, it works. This is H2O, N2. Yep, works. Good. All right. Now, Manvi, start from here. Table. Read the table.
Okay. Tables can be used to create the basic structure of many web pages. They can be used to organize page layout and are often used in web pages even though their borders may not be visible. In more recent versions of HTML, tables have been replaced by semantic elements and other more complex structures, including CSS structures, to lay out full pages. But at this level, we will use simple tables to create our structures. What are semantic elements?
Those are new structures which are used to make, let's say, tables in ordered lists, right? You don't have that in your syllabus. It's basically a new form of using tables. Forget that for now. Let's focus on tables. Now, in tables, let's see how to make a table like this. Perhaps read from Ayan, read from here. Ayan, can you hear me? Start reading.
Yes, sir.
Manvi, read.
Yeah, everything between these tags will be included in the table, except for the caption. This is added using the caption and the slash caption tags, which allows you to display a caption, usually center aligned, above the table. If a caption is used, it must be the first HTML tag after the table tag.
Okay, so must be the first HTML tag after the table tag. Fine. Now what I want you to do is I want you to try making a table. Let's do that together. Now we have to make this table. Red, green, blue with this. Now it has rows and columns. Yes. Every table has rows and columns. So first thing first, we'll start with our table, and in the table, this is what we're doing. Look. Can you see my what do you say? My notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the first thing we do is write on your notepad table, the tag table.
Wait, what do we write?
Done.
Then okay, this is what you write. Just a second. Inside the body, you have this table. Then we close the table as well. Fine. Between these, we will give a caption to our table. Let's say the caption is our caption is perhaps uh, let's say best table. Then next thing is we start writing what rows are there. So we'll write it like this. Now the number of columns that depends on how many rows there are in each, how many data there is in each row. So first, this is what we do: table row, and then we close this. And inside these, we're going to put two of the table data cells. Tell me when you're done writing this.
Okay, what is TD?
Table data.
Answer.
Okay. This is confusing.
It is confusing, yeah. Now this may look confusing, but what's happening is how many in one row. This is one row, right? In one row, how many table data do you have? Over here, you have two, right? If you have two, that means you have two data in one row. That means two columns in one row. Okay, we'll look at it in a second. Now do the same thing again. Copy paste the whole thing. And this will tell us how many rows we have. right? Once you write the table row thing, then just paste it.
3 times?
3 times. Yeah, you can even do it 4 if you want. Do it 4 times. Done.
Okay, done.
Now in the table data, let's first start by writing. Let's say red, and red is, let's say, okay, instead of red, why don't we write something else? What can I make a table of? Let's say marks. Let's start with John, and he scored a 50. Now in the table type caption, give the caption marks. Okay, John got 50. Alex got perhaps 30. Alex should work harder. And then we have Sam, let's say John. Like give any marks you wish. It's up to you. Save it and run it. First save it, then don't run it. Then tell me when you're done.
Done.
Done. Written the whole thing. Now run it. Now this is what you should see on your screen. Now some very important thing is missing. That where are these guys? The table borders, right? Because we haven't added that yet, so we don't have that right now. We'll add that in a second. Now tell me if you're done so this far. Now this chapter is a pretty long one. We'll have to hurry up. Anas, done? Show it to me.
Okay.
Showing.
Can you see it?
Just a second. Yes, I can see it. It works. Good job.
Yeah.
Now, okay, let's get back to our notepad. Right here.
Can you show me the border thing again?
The border thing. We haven't added the border yet. We'll add that in a second. Look at the
Yeah.
table. So each row has 2 cells. The TD tells us which cell, how many cells we have, right? So each row now has 2 cells. TD is basically 1 cell. Ayan, progress. Now can I move on? All right, I'm going to move on now. Guys, microphone's on.
Right.
Ayan, Manvi.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, all right, good. Have you done this? Any questions here? Now we're going to move on
No.
now. The next thing we're doing is I need a border to my table. Okay, let's call this table. I'm going to rename this to let's say unit, or let's say half yearly, or let's say mock exam.
Yeah.
Now mock exams are done. Fine. I need a border to my table. How do I do that? In the table body, in the table, we're going to add something called an attribute. Look at the whiteboard. Can you see the whiteboard?
Wait, for me, if I type in mock exam, it's like mock on the top and then a line break and then exam. I don't know why it's like that.
Okay, because depends on how much space you have, right, on your on top of your table. Let's look over here on the whiteboard. Can you see this? Now we have done table. Now in the table we have some. We can add an attribute. This attribute is the border. It can have two values, either 1 or 0 or nothing. So either 1, or empty. Right? That's all you can have. Now, why do we need empty? Why do we need 1? This shows border, and this one hides border. Is that clear? Now, we used to have
Wait,
more
can
than
we have
one.
more than one?
Yes, that was now, but not in HTML5, which we're learning, not in the latest HTML5. Okay, so only these guys. In HTML5.
For me, if I just did 5 and it looks.
Yeah, I did it, sir.
Did it? Now let's look here. What a word. This. Now I'm going to add that here. So add border. Please make it 1. You don't have to make it more than 1. You can, but in the exam you need to make it 1. Fine. And after this, we have what else do we need? Let's first show. Let's see this on the board. How does it look? Can you see this, guys? Mock
The notepad.
exam. No, you
Yeah.
cannot. Now can you see it? The website.
But then,
Yeah, now we
Yes.
can.
okay.
That is your table right here. Okay. So
Wait,
mock
So
exams
the
done.
caption is, I mean, the tag for table border is just table border.
It's just border, not table border, just border.
I just did 5 and it
Okay.
looks pretty cool.
Looks pretty cool. Okay. Right. Good for you. Now I may even try that. Just a second. Looks pretty cool. Why? How does he? What does that change? It just changes how thick the border is. That's all it does. Now next thing. Next thing is I want to know some other things. Let's look over here. Now, how do I add this part here? I know that we have marks and students, but what if I don't know if it's what is this? Right? I need students to be written here. Right here, I need this
Yeah.
place to say students.
I did that. I just added one more TR and then
Yeah, but
did
that's
that.
not the best way, right? And I also want the total. How do I do that? How can I do that, right? Total. So total, then I need something else, which is marks, total marks, right?
Add a separate
This
table.
not a separate table, not at all. We call this. Look over here on the whiteboard. We have our table, right? We're going to divide our table into a few sections. Now this was our table previously. Previously on tables, yeah. Previously on tables. Now in this episode of tables, we're going to add a few more things. If you look here, I'm going to divide the table with this blue line. Okay. Now, in this new season of tables, what we're doing is we're adding something called the heading. No, sorry, not the heading. The header, the footer, and our body. Is that clear? Now our marks will come here. Whatever our table we have done so far will come in the body. Now we have to add something else here. This will tell us the student, and this will give us marks. This must tell us total. Let's try it. Let's see how to do that. Okay. Now for header, this guy right here, what you have to use is T head. T head. And for body, T body. That's pretty easy, right? And T footer. T foot. Let's try that on the whiteboard. Any questions here? We're going to try this on the whiteboard. Now, if you look over here, we have table border, captions, mock exams, TR, TD, table, fine. That's good. But we're going to divide it now. After the caption, we're going to say three things. T head, then we're going to say T body, and we're going to say T foot. Now you have to close all of these guys as well. Keep that in mind. If you don't close your website, your website is going to be blank. It won't work. It won't really work. Okay. Now in the body part, we have to keep just a second. Inside the body, we're going to put all our current table. In the header, we're going to make new rows with new cells. These rows are going to have student, just one row, student, and let's say marks. Remove the rest of it and do the same thing for the footer. Over here in the footer, we'll say total. And sadly, this is not Excel, so we can't use formulas. We'll have to add the marks ourselves and then put it there. So 180 plus 75 would be 155. Now run it, show it to me.
Yes.
Oh, we made a mistake actually. One thing, the footer always comes after the header. This must be in the correct order. Whenever you're doing this, the first thing has to be when you're writing an
What is the
HTML.
footer? The ending, right?
The ending. Footer is in the bottom, the foot. Head is the head, you have the body, right? Look at it like a man, like this. This is the foot, the body, the head. In HTML, we first write head or T head, then T foot, and finally T body. This must always be in this order. You also have to close them to do that. I'm restarting the meeting, rejoin ASAP.
Yeah.
Next. Well, guys, can you hear me? Welcome back. I need your microphones on. Are your tables up and running?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So
Yeah, that's right.
done. Done. That's how it works. Now I want to show you something else. Now share your screens with me. Share now.
Can I see the code again? Because I didn't write it.
Look at the code.
What do we write in the teed?
In the
Teed.
head,
No, the THEAD.
right? That's T head. What do we write in the T head? You write the student and the marks.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you something. Okay, we'll do styles in the next class. So far we have done this. Tell me if you're good with it. If you're finished.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I'm
did.
finished, sir.
Manve,
Yup, I'm finished too.
let's do one more thing here today. Why not we align our text in a table? Because right now, if you look at it, then they're at the left aligned by default. So we're
Wait,
going to
how do
align
we add
it.
it? How do we add it?
Add what?
Add it. The numbers.
Edit the numbers.
No, add it. Like the total.
Total, you can't. You have to add them yourself. Count them, add them up, use a
Oh.
calculator, like that. Yeah, it's not Excel. So yeah. Now I'm going to give you something. Let's say align a table. You should look here. In table, we'll add another attribute called style. Can you see this? Right, better. So our table is now in the center of the page.
We talking.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
Like,
Now I can hear you. Okay, what I'm saying is you have a table now. Okay, how do you bring the table in the center of the page? Let's say this is your website like this. This is what your website looks like, and your table right now is in the corner right here. Now I want him to enjoy the party. You should be in the middle with everyone. So how do we do that? So we will add this thing right here. Now I'll tell you what all of these mean in the next class. We're basically changing the width, we're
That's right.
changing the margin, and that's all we're doing. Now style is used to
wait,
change
can
the color. Write this down in your notebook, yeah, in your notepad. Where do you write it? Write it over here. So it's an attribute again, right? With table border, you have style now. You don't have to write the width. You can remove the width from here.
Why did you add the auto and then
Auto
margin
because
right?
yeah, I'll tell you what
Auto,
margin left
margin
and
left.
margin right, left and right means. I'll tell you just a second. Now let's copy that. Yeah. Now this right here means if you see right here, look. Now margin is the space between the end of the page at the left and the end of the page at the right and the left. These gaps, those are called margin. Okay. Now, auto will basically put the same margin on both sides as whatever is best. What does that mean? That means that as per these dimensions of the web page, these margins will be exactly the same on both sides. Now you can remove auto, or you can add something as well, right? But auto just looks good. It's a feature of HTML. You can add something else as well. Now we're making both of them auto. That means that both are same right now. So the page is now, the table is now in the center. Perhaps if this was 10 cm and this was, let's say, 5 cm, then the table would be to the right. It would not be in the center. So what we have to do is make both of them same 10 cm. Is that clear? Now you can try with other values as well. Let's say 1, you can try 1, you can try 10. It's your choice. You can even put auto there. Options you have is auto, or let's say 1, 2, 4, 10, anything. That works. Run your web page. Tell me when you're done. Now tomorrow we're going to do styling and start CSS. Now this is a very long this is a very long chapter. You should know that. So we have to finish most of it. So what I want you to do tomorrow, right now, your homework for ICT before next class is you have to finish. Just a second. You have to finish everything. Okay, look. Finish everything up to inserting image in table. Right? You don't have to do inserting image and let's say up to this much, right? This is what you have to do. Homework on your own. Now you have all the instructions given in the chapter. The only way we can finish the chapter soon and finish the syllabus of ICT is by you guys doing it yourselves and asking me only the doubts, right? Because what I did today was pretty simple, was it not? Was it difficult?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So if it
Yeah.
was simple, you can read the book, you can do it on your own, finish the whole up till images, inserting images, and from there onwards, things get a bit more complicated, I'll do that with you. But everything up till here, you're doing it on your own. You're asking doubts in next class because I will be starting inserting image. Is that clear? I need a yes from all of you.
Yes,
Say
sir.
yes, sir. Manvi,
Yes.
Anas?
Yes.
All right, that's good. That's all for today. Save your files. Don't leave them or lose them. Save your files properly. And that's all for today. Take care. Goodbye. If there's anyone
Goodbye.
interested in
Thank you, sir.
ICT,
Goodbye.
please ask them to try out a class.
All right.
Sure.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You're
Take care,
welcome.
sir.